The Boy Who Borrowed the Moon. In a village where nights were darker than secrets, a poor boy once climbed a mountain and came back carrying moonlight in his hands. Long ago, between dry hills and endless fields, there was a small village called Nurabad. The people there were kind but poor. They worked hard in the day, but at night the village fell into deep darkness. There were no lamps bright enough, no electricity, and no stars that stayed long in the cloudy sky. The darkness was so thick that children were afraid to step outside after sunset. In that village lived a young boy named Sammy. He was thin, quiet, and always curious. Sammy lived with his grandmother in a small mud house at the edge of the village. His parents had passed away when he was very young, and his grandmother raised him with stories instead of toys. Every night she would say, "The moon is not just light, Sammy. It listens to brave hearts." One night, a powerful storm hit Nurabad. Strong winds destroyed crops, broke rooftops, and flooded the fields. The little oil lamps people used were blown out. After the storm passed, something strange happened. The moon stopped appearing in the sky. Night after night, the sky remained empty and black. Without moonlight, the village became even more fearful. Crops began to fail because farmers could not work early in the mornings. Thieves from nearby areas started coming, knowing the village had no light. The elders gathered and whispered, "The moon spirit is angry." Some said someone must have disrespected nature. Others said darkness had chosen Nurabad forever. But Sammy remembered his grandmother's words. The moon listens to brave hearts. One evening, he climbed onto the roof of his house and stared at the empty sky. "If you are angry," he whispered, "tell me why." That night, Sammy had a dream. He saw a tall silver mountain far beyond the hills. At its peak stood a glowing gate made of light. A soft voice echoed, "If your heart is pure, come and ask for the light." When he woke up, his heart was beating fast. He told his grandmother about the dream. She looked worried, but placed her old shawl around his shoulders. "If you must go, go with courage. Fear makes the dark stronger." Before sunrise, Sammy began his journey. The hills were rocky and dangerous. He crossed dry rivers, thorny bushes, and narrow paths where one wrong step could send him falling. On the second day, he met an old traveler sitting beside the road. "Where are you going alone, child?" the traveler asked. "To bring back the moon," Sammy replied honestly. The traveler smiled gently. Many try to steal light. Few try to understand it. Remember, the moon cannot be taken by force. Sammy nodded and continued walking. After days of climbing, he finally saw